First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Kadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles at GMS that continue to push this truth in sincerity. And peace and blessings to all you sincere Akim and you sincere Aquas out there enduring in the faith, because we are all getting hit right now. Peace and blessings to you. I want to make this more of a testimonial video, dealing with spirits in the spirit, because there's still a lot of things within the spirit I don't understand, but I know it's real. This is something that I have had so many spiritual encounters in my life, from witchcraft to, seeing things I thought I was tripping, but I wasn't tripping. It was really that, to just miraculously getting exactly what I need, exactly on the right time. All sorts of things that have happened. But yeah, we are being tested right now. We are being tested, and everybody's being tested. The elders and apostles gave the best advice that you can do right now is to endure, pray, fast, and better yourself as best as you can to the best of your ability. If you have people around you, that's a major blessing right now. To have people around you to help you, because two is better than one. And when it comes to means of confrontation, dealing with the spirit or the carnal. But anyways, this is my testimony, man. I don't expect anybody to believe me. I'm not doing this for you. Because I've never really told the story to anybody but people I like. But at this point, at this stage in the game, it really doesn't even matter, about who's liked and who's not liked. This is some real shit, and it's going to get more trill the more we dabble into, the spirit. The Lord is slowly revealing things to us. But I remember when I was in Indiana, and I was staying with my grandmother, my great grandmother. It was my great grandmother, my mother, my brothers, my brother, and then my cousins. I call them, they like my brother, my cousins, and my uncle. It was a packed house, and the house was pretty big, but it looked ran down because there was a lot of things going on. They were in the process of moving. My great grandmother was in the process of moving. So much shit was going on. The house was looking ran down. The floors was dirty. We didn't have a lot of furniture. There wasn't any food in the cabinets. It was crazy. And it was one of them houses that, you could just walk in and just instantly, you could smell the demons. I'm not even gonna front. Like, you could smell evil. You could sense something's off. Your heart would drop just from one step in. But yeah, it was a lot of spiritual pressure in the house. And there was a lot of things going on, which lets me to know that, yes, spirits they can control people, they can take over people, and they can cause you to do things that throw you off, if you allow them to. You have power over these damn things, That's why I preach is amped for us to, better ourselves and push each other to be better than what we are, whether it's the music we listen to, whether it's the way how we speak, the way how we come across with things, whatever it is, pushing each other to better vibrations. That's why I always say, get you a mentor, get you an elder, get you somebody that's been doing this for a while, that can make you a better version of you if you truly want to be, better. I can't say because the only one who's going to save you is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, But at the end of the day, you need somebody to help you. We all need somebody to help us. Hell, you might help that elder, be a better teacher or be better in himself, with you just being obedient, Regardless, it's order has to be established before you can actually get to anywhere. Anyway, I don't want to get off topic. We were staying in the house. It was a lot of spiritual pressure. Demons can take you over. Remember that. and they demon spirits, anything they can take you over. And I remember one night, I was sleeping with my mother on the couch, and I was it's going this is where it's gonna sound crazy, man. Like I don't expect nobody to believe me, And I tell it people don't believe me, and I'm like, I don't care, you know. But I know this is what happened. I was asleep with my mother. My mother had got up. She had left and went outside and to do something. And all I remember, because I had woke up a little bit, there was a hands. It felt like hands had picked me up and had floated me. It was like almost like somebody had grabbed me, but I didn't see anybody when I was looking around. Nobody was carrying me. Like I was literally being floated or lifted up to my great grandmother's room. Her room, nobody was ever allowed in her room for some odd reason. She didn't let us in her room. She didn't let a lot of people in her room. And, when I got put in that room, because the room, essentially, like I said, her house was raggedy. It had windows busted out usually, and there was a lot of arguing. There was a lot of things going on. But, when I got in that room, it was crazy because I remember this vividly. It was an all white, shining sterling silver looking room. It looked beautiful. I can't describe in detail the beauty, but I remember that it was all white. It looked all white. It was shining, like sterling silver. Very beautiful room. The closets were beautiful. Everything just looked beautiful. It looked heavenly in a sense, man. Like the clouds. And I was like, I don't know, man. I woke up and I was like just looking around. I was like, this is really happening. Like I thought I died for a second. So me at that time, I got scared and I just closed my eyes, and went back to sleep. And when I woke up, the room was raggedy. Like it went right back to normal. Like I just snapped right back into reality. And it's crazy because, that night, when my mother had went out and I was in that room, it's almost like there was a veil over that room or something. My mother and my pops had got to arguing, and fighting. There was cops had been called, all kind of shit. And it's like nobody could see that I was in that room. Keep in mind, my grandmother, she never let any of the kids in that room like that. Like you would have to ask or not. So for me to be in there and wake up in there and nobody knew I was in there was to me, that was like, what the hell? But man, it's and I'm only saying that to say, because I got so many other testimonies dealing with the spirit, with spiritual encounters, visions, dreams, carnal encounters, all kind of stuff, man. And this devil, man, he knows how to use that left hand side to get to people. And that's what he's doing right now. He's using his left hand powers to get to you. He knows the vibrations that you operate in. He knows what you're doing. He knows who you really want to serve. He knows that you're calling on the name Yahweh Shem Yahweh's true name. And he's going to do everything in his power to make your life a living hell till Yahweh Shem Yahweh comes back. But like in the book of Job, he can't touch you. Yahweh gives you power to trample over these demons and scorpions. It's gonna get rough. It's gonna get rougher and rougher. I don't want to come off as an asshole, but it just is what it is, man. It's gonna get it's gonna get worse before it gets better for us. And it's really, it never was quote unquote woke or Israelite. It never was fun to be that, in a world where shit is already fucked up. Even if you are just coming back in to, the understanding that you're Israelite, and you want to truly serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua in truth and sincerity. It was never fun to be at this level. It was never really, meant to be peaceful or glorious to be at this level or receive any kind of fame. We're supposed to get mocked. We're supposed to get persecuted, you know, but it's all for the betterment in the spirit, because the spirit is real. And I have a fine feeling that the deeper that we dive into, in faith, man. Like, let me touch on that faith, man. Faith is a major part of what's going to get you through this, man. You can have works, but if you don't have faith, it's like your works don't even mean anything. Because what are you working for? You putting your faith into this society or into this world, or to receive pleasures in this world, or are you putting your faith into receive pleasures of the world to come? Somebody that's doing that isn't looking at this world the same anymore, any kind of way. From trap music, to stripping, to whatever it is. Of course, we're gonna go through things. We're still in the flesh. We're always gonna go through things here. We ain't gonna be perfect here, but we always gotta have that in our mind. Pray, fast, have faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, because at the end of the day, it could be a whole lot worse. And I know I'll be saying this, it sounds like a broken record, but people are really dying over this truth. A lot of things are going on all over the world. People are waking up and people are dying as well. So take this truth seriously, man. And take the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah with great fear, and trembling. Every day we wake up, it should be, damn, I need to do better. Damn, I need to do better. Damn, I need to do better. And everything that we do, denying ourselves for him. Because only he can fix us, man. Only he's going to get us to that finish line to let us know, well done, my my faithful servant. You want to hear those words, man? Have faith in the things to come. Stop take your faith off of a carnal mindset. Carnal mindset is going to lead you to destruction. And he does have a lot of people blinded right now. And I believe a lot of people have taken left-hand deals with Satan. That's why they're not talking about certain things. They don't talk about certain things, or they do things, to please the world, or everything revolves around money, things that Satan owns in this world. Me personally, I try to stay away from people that do anything for money or fame, because it says a lot about your character, But, you through the Spirit's gonna know, if you're by yourself, if it takes you praying and fasting, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, he hears you. He knows. He knows you're not gonna put more on us than we can bear. He knows what you're going through, and he knows what you're going to go through. It's really on you to make it to that finish line when you really think about it. It's really on you. How much faith do you really have in Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah? Are you willing to give your life up to the bitter end? Are you willing to sacrifice, sleepless nights, foodless nights? Some days you might not eat. Some days you might not be able to sleep. Right? You might not get the rest that you truly need. Some days you might have to sleep outside. You might already be outside, sleeping with in the dungeon next to the wolves. You feel me? But he's going to protect you. Anything that you do, he's going to be with you. Just know that. You got to have to really, truly believe that in your heart. At the end of the day, this truth wasn't meant for everybody anyways. A lot of people can't handle the simple pressure. They can't handle being talked about. They have to be in the nicest clothes. They have to be in the nicest car. They have to be above everybody else. Some people can't handle the simple things, And when you think about it, Yahweh Shah was a simple man. You can't even handle the simple things, man. You can't handle the things that he really wants to give you. And those people, man, you see them a lot in Israel. You see them a lot in the world. Definitely 2/3. You feel me? Worse than the wicked. You see them with the Edomites. You see them with the world that we live in today. With TikTok, the cocaine, clout chasing people, all that shit. It's going to get worse, man. But at the end of the day, just know he is with you. And this is a spiritual battle. Let's not forget that this is a spiritual battle. We're not going up against no carnal shit. We're not going up against flesh and blood. If we die and come back, that should let you know. I mean, if you believe in regeneration, you know we're not battling against anything in this world that we can see, that we perceive as good or bad or whatever the fuck is going on in our mind, because we've been conditioned to believe certain things. We're going up against spiritual power and wicked in high places, you know. But that's where that faith comes into play too. You have to really believe this shit, man. You can't just be around, you know, just wanting to hear something like it's entertainment or treating this like it's a Halloween story or some shit. This is some real shit, man. And like I said, people are dying. You know, people are going through it all over. You know, if you really want to make it to that finish line, continue to pray, continue to fast, and continue to fight, you know, in the spirit. You know, I pray that you're able to do all those things, and I pray peace and blessings to you all. You know, because you're not alone. I'm with you. If you're serving Yahweh Hashem Yahushua in truth and sincerity, I'm with you. You know, because it doesn't really take rocket science to figure out, damn, this is what's really going on in our everyday lives. They want to feed us fucking bugs. They're telling us to eat bugs. You know, meanwhile they probably got, you know, 5 steak dinners, you know what I'm saying, a day. And that's the rich elite. And not to mention, you know, they are building underground bunkers. They've been storing food, the GMO food that they've been, you know, collecting the data on the farmland that Bill Gates bought, you know, with the GMO foods and this and that. You know, they actually been planning to, that's a story for another time, but they actually been, you know, hoarding food in these bunkers. They already got bunkers ready for about, 30, 50 years, some shit. They think they're going to last that long. Well, we're going to find you, Esau. You're not going to get away. You're going into captivity, going to beat your ass every fucking day. And it's going to be that our people, you know, the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans, we're going to live in peace and prosperity. Even you 2/3, you're going to have to be destroyed first. But even you, you know. But at the end of the day, you Edomites are going in, all you heathens are going into captivity, whether you want to believe it or not. Like I said, it's a spiritual thing. If you don't understand, it's just not meant for you to understand. Shalom.